My name's Adrian Maguire and I work for the Corporate Travel Australia Global After Hours and Emergency Assistance team. This is my Help Me Travel story on airline red tape. So we had a passenger. She was due to travel back to Australia from Washington DC, travelling through Vancouver, San Francisco, Melbourne and then finally on to Mildura. So passengers' first problem was they were booked on one airline to travel from Vancouver to San Francisco. That flight was delayed and she was put onto another airline's flight for the travel, and then that flight was subsequently delayed by another 90 minutes. So passenger had then arrived into San Francisco, had missed her onward connection back to Australia. She'd walked through the airport, found that all the airline counters were closed and there was no one there to assist her. That's when she called us. I then called each of the airlines trying to identify who owned the particular ticket for the flight that we needed to book. So because she'd been booked on one flight and then bumped onto another one, it was really hard to identify who actually owned the ticket, and unfortunately each airline was not taking responsibility. So called each of the airlines multiple times, finally identified the airline that owned the ticket and was able to start then working towards a solution for her. It was about 2 AM local time in San Francisco and the passenger had already been on the go for about 18 hours. Knowing that there were no return flights back to Australia until probably about 6 PM the following night, started trying to find the passenger a hotel. Now it was already after midnight there. San Francisco's a pretty hard city to find a hotel room in on a good day, and started calling hotels. Probably called about 20, 25 hotels. Once they'd secured the room, organised her late checkout so that she was ready to be able to fly the following evening. Once the passenger had got to the hotel, called her, confirmed she was there, told her to have a rest. I then called the airline that had responsibility for the flight and started trying to find a solution to get her on a plane back to Australia. They were able to secure a seat on a flight back to Australia the following day, which only got her to Melbourne though. We still need to get the passenger back to Mildura. So then spoke with the original airline. However, the only flight they had available was a 7 PM service, which was about still a 10-hour transit through Melbourne. So identified another airline, found her a flight back there about 2 hours after she'd arrived in Melbourne. So the fact that we were able to get her a solution, find her somewhere to stay so she could be rested, wasn't stuck in an airport, and was able to make sure she got home, was a great achievement.